Hey gang, Vince Welch, Vince's Wood and Wonders. Thanks so much for stopping into the shop. I think we're out of the cold. It's almost mid-March already, and the temperature is starting to warm up. I think we had 50s today, but in exchange for the cold and snow, we've got rain, lots of rain. Anyway, you're not here to hear about the weather report. You're here to check in on wood turning. Thought we would shoot a little movie on something that I haven't seen done. I've seen plenty of videos on how to clean a chuck that holds our work, but I've yet to see a quick little video on just removing one of these foam pads over our vacuum chuck and replacing it with a new one. Thinking some acetone should help. Probably need some gloves. All right, got the gloves. Okay, don't be nervous. There's a lot of distance between you and me. Just putting on some gloves. Again, you don't need to be nervous. Probably need paper towel, maybe two. All right. Yeah, I would say it's probably due to be changed. I don't know the last time I actually changed this, but I do know that I've gotten more than my use out of it. I go ahead and get, hang on one second, let me get my replacement. Okay, I've got my replacement here. These are the 5.5-inch neoprene 5-pack pads to use with the drum chucks. One way puts these out, and you know, I know that you can go ahead, that you can cut your own, you can get your own, you can glue up your own. I don't know. They were just, sometimes you just go the easier, simple route. So we've got a little film on the back. But before we put this on, we definitely need to get this cleaned up. This has film, and again, I'm thinking some acetone should help get this glue residue off. Yeah, I can see the comments already. Why don't you just use some sandpaper? Well, I really don't want to remove any material. I don't think it's necessary. I think what is needed is just a little bit of time and finesse and a little love. You know, I've gotten so much use out of this. This is the first thing I've ever done with it to clean it up, so it's well overdue. Got some acetone here. Not going to be shy about pouring this on because I think that this glue is going to be a little bit tough to get off. But yes, it is coming off. And yes, it looks like it's just going to take some time. I want to get all this off because when I apply the new pad, I want it to go directly on the drum chuck. And I don't want anything, there's really no reason to have this on there other than what would be sheer laziness on my part. And while sometimes we get tired, we never want to get lazy. Yeah, this is cleaning up better than I had thought. See if I can get you a close-up on this one. There we go. You know, I remember contemplating whether or not I should go ahead and make the investment in buying these aluminum drum chucks from One Way, or take time and make my own. And you know, there's nothing wrong with making your own. I mean, my hat's off to folks that that take time out and do that. But for me and my situation, it was really a matter of just not having, I'm limited on time. You know, I work a lot. And when I get out here and get to spend some time out in the shop, when I'm not answering your emails and your phone calls and filling your orders and all of that, I like to spend some time turning some wood. And so anyway, that's why I just went ahead and bought these drum chucks, knowing that they're going to last. And they have, man. I've got both the 3-inch or 3.5 inch and the 5.5 inch, and it's, you know, one and done. And I kind of felt that it was going to be that way on the front side when I was considering this, and boy, couldn't be more happy, couldn't be more pleased. Now, I've seen some people get some of the plastics and rig things up, and I mean, some of them look outstanding. I mean, ultimately, if they hold, right? But you know, just depends on which way you want to go. So yeah, I think we're getting somewhere here. Okay, I think we've got most of the glue removed. I'm just going to go over it one more time. I mean, what could go wrong besides everything? Just go over it one more time. Feels like everything's good and smooth. Nice thing about the acetone is that it dries so quick. All right. I think we're good there. Put this away. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, you know, I don't mean to you know, if we're going to do this, we might as well do it right. What do I mean? Well, let's clean it all. I've got a 3-inch drum chuck, and might as well clean that too. Now, if you're unfamiliar with these drum chucks that you can get from One Way, they come with this real nice base. And what's really nice about this is that when you are done using the drum chuck, you place it back in this base, and the bottom ridge helps keep the neoprene foam contour to the shape of the rim of the chuck. And again, just real nice, well thought out, I believe. So I'm just going to clean this base piece. Why? Does it need it? No, probably not. But again, I've never cleaned it. And I don't know. You know, I'm one of those guys that I believe that if you wash and wax your vehicle, you're going to drive it better, going to respect it. I have a buddy of mine who says, man, it's just a truck. I've got a pickup truck. He says, it's just a truck. What do you wash it for? Because I enjoy it. And also after I drive it, I just seem to respect it a little bit more. All right, so we've got that done. Let's do this. Tell you what, we'll leave this one on there. Go ahead. I want to go ahead and clean my 3-inch while I'm at it. See the way that sits on there? I mean, it's just nice. Just perfect. Well thought out. Let me get my 3-inch neoprene pieces. Hang on one second. Yeah, so like I mentioned, I lied to you. It's not 3 inches, it's 3.5-inch drum. And I have used this one like nobody's business. So anyway, let's see if we can take this. There we go. Say that I've gotten my use out of this. It really hasn't tore up. It wasn't as bad in as bad a shape as the 5.5-inch one, but it probably wouldn't be long. It's starting to crack a little bit here, so we'll get rid of that. And I'm just going to clean the whole piece. Got gloves on, acetone, any sort of liquid always has a chance to get into your skin here. Oh yeah, this is the way to do it. Don't need any abrasives, any sandpaper. Just let your lathe run a little bit here with a little bit of acetone. You can see the glue just peeling right off. Nothing to it. Just a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. Fantastic. Recently got an email from a guy who said that he really appreciated the video talking about the one-way products, and told him I wasn't even sure which video that was, but I need to look back. And I remember I was thinking about shooting a video talking about the one-way lathe and some of the one-way products, and I remember the realization that I kind of am a one-way guy, in that as I look around at the products in the shop, well, they're all pretty much one way. I don't mind saying that. I think their products are well thought out, made to last, and you know, feel good about one and done buying their products, and that's pretty much it. Maybe outside of a bowl gouge or something like that. That's a tool that's going to need to be replaced. Take a look at their Wolverine grinding setup. You probably could not count on one hand as to how many other grinding setups that are currently out there today that are based off of that one-way setup. The Very Grind, I mean, thing's fantastic. So anyway, I can go on and on, but I won't. All right, I think we're cleaned up here. Let's put this acetone away. Take a look at getting some neoprene back on there. All right, got the 3-inch. The part number for the 3-inch is part number 3422 for use with their 3.5-inch drum chucks. And so being I'm not fooling with the acetone anymore, I think I can take these gloves off. Trying to get an idea of how much overhang we're going to have here. I like to try to get this even. Yeah, I think we can do this. All right, take off the film. We're all in here. All right, I think we're in pretty good shape. Just going to roll this over. Kind of mesh on the inside. One thing I forgot to do, I can't believe you let me forget it. I wanted to clean off the inside of the 3-inch, and I'm not putting the gloves back on just to do this because it shouldn't take but just a second. Now, got our base cleaned up here. We've got our new neoprene set up. I'm going to do is set that right in there, and guess what that does? Yes sir, you know, come to think of it, I bet we could have laid the neoprene down in the base of this and then put this over top. I bet that's what would have been a better plan, but never fear, we've got the 5-inch to do. So let's check out our theory here. You know what we are here is genius. We are absolutely genius. Get rid of these, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to just leave this off to the side here. Put this right in the middle. See what we've got here. So So see, actually, we could probably line it up as such. There we go. You know, we may be onto something here. I'm telling you. Never fear. All right. There we go. So this is what we want to do. If we're center here, guess what? Should be okay here. The trick is getting your daggone fingers off of the glue. There we go. A wrap. I'll call it a wrap here. I just want to get a good seal around this edge here, because if the dirt starts to get in that edge, that's what's going to allow this to pull away from our drum. Yes, sir, I would say this is how it's done. Oh yeah, look at that. Again, just a little bit of patience. Take your time, there's no rush. I think we're in good shape. So, this is how we replaced the neoprene. We're going to be okay, but I think the simpler and easier way to do things was how we did it on the 5-inch as opposed to the 3.5-inch. Yep, we should have no problems here. Alright, so thanks so very much for stopping in. That's how I go about changing out neoprene. I don't know, I think I've done this. I've had these things for, I got this lathe in probably 2003, and I got the vacuum shortly thereafter. So I may have replaced these one time over the years. So just really a great tool, something that you don't hear spoken about a whole lot, but probably needs a little bit more recognition. And that's these vacuum, these drum chucks. These ones are from One Way. Thanks so much for stopping into the shop. We'll talk to you soon. Keep turning. Stay safe.